后来有一次啊，我们的销售人员在培训，我去看了一下，发现培训老师在讲怎么样把梳子卖给和尚。我听了5分钟，我非常生气，我呢就把这个培训老师给fire 掉了，因为我觉得是骗子。因为和尚本来就不需要梳子，把产品卖给那些不需要这个产品的客户，我认为这就是骗术，而不是销售之术。这对于我们的价值观是巨大的挑战。
Hey guys, so it's Albert here, T-Show. I just came across this Jack Ma video. He's tons of value inside this video, but the whole video is actually 12 minutes plus. But what really catch my attention is the earlier part I show you. Jack Ma was talking about selling. He's talking about the value-based selling principle, which is against his Alibaba when he hired a sales trainer to actually train his sales team. When that sales trainer was actually mentioned about how to sell a comb to a monk, right? So he listened to 5 minutes. He straight said that he straight away fired the sales trainer, and because he think that whatever the sales trainer talking about how to sell a comb to a monk, it doesn't make sense to him at all. So if today you are trying to sell something to someone, that actually doesn't make sense for the consumer. So I love this so much in a sense that it is really about value-based selling kind of principle. I think I want to give a thumbs to Jack Ma. It's really awesome. So pretty much in this video, I really want to talk about a lot more about value-based selling principle itself. I know that there's tons of great salesperson out there. There's tons of great presenter, speaker out there. They can talk very well. They can picturing a very nice picture to a lot of people, to a lot of consumer. They're always able to lead people, to picture something that they cannot imagine. They always like to lead people. In other words, they promote people emotions more. They're able to promote people emotions to picture something that you never think that is possible, which is something good, which is something awesome. But today what I want to do in this video is more like I want to educate more on and emphasize more for consumer, especially consumer who actually buy a lot of things. Well, if today someone presents something to you, or someone present an idea or maybe a story, as I always share with people, if today you want to sell something to anyone, it's always about storytelling. It's how you use a story to tell people and sell it to other people. But as a consumer, you can whatever story that you're gonna heard of, whatever story that you're gonna listen to, I want you to start to ask yourself, the story that they tell you, is it make sense to you so far? Is really your real intention that alright, this is what I want to be, or it's just an illusion inside your mind that the whole story was actually provoking your emotions up to illusions that you already lost your mind. It doesn't whether this thing is gonna make sense or not. Like there's a lot of people always tell me when they want to sell their e-commerce platform or whatever, they always like to use Jack Ma's story to actually tell me about how awesome is Taobao.com, how awesome is whatever Alibaba.com, all these things, the industry of e-commerce. My questions to them is always like, so what all these things got to do with me, right? Like you can tell me like Taobao got how many billion user or how many transactions, how many $billion sales of transaction ongoing within like 1 minute, that kind of thing. But so what? What got to do with me? Like this is a question I always want to ask. So even though you are a dropshipper or whatever, you are just inside. So like you able to leverage on the 0.1%. Yeah, that's cool. But the story is never about you are the one who making the $1 billion transactions. Alright. So in order for you to really whether you must able to understand whether it's the intention of buying the story, you must always ask yourself. So this is the big picture. So where are you? And if you really want to jump into that to give a try on this and buy this story, what is the possibility that you're gonna reach out? You see, there's always people tell you that break your belief limitations, but back to reality, it's always awesome to break not to restrict your thinking. It's not to restrict your limitation, but it's always best to back to reality, because today I can tell you a great story, great plan itself. But my question to you is, if you want to kickstart, what kind of possibility that you're gonna be here, what kind of step, what kind of actions that you're gonna been through in order for you to reach up to this point itself. I'm more into talking about what is the ability, what's the actions, what's the time required. It's more in-depth kind of thing. Like if today you want to make like $1 million, like what kind of efforts, times, and or maybe money that you're gonna sacrifice in order for you to reach out to this, this point, right? So as a consumer, don't buy the big picture. Don't. Use the you don't buy the big picture, but understand the big picture and ask yourself, if you want to go to this big picture, if you really want to reach out to this place, what is the thing that you want to sacrifice first? It's always back to three kind of thing. Time is either you're gonna sacrifice your time, effort, or maybe your money. Three things. If these three things you're not willing to sacrifice, forget about your big picture. There's no way for you to reach out to the big picture. Alright, so hope you love this video.